allow the two days. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego diary politico, my ego don't come, this one not the off in mind, my ego don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, my ego don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you louder. My ego don't come. My people make we shout. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego diary politico. My ego don't come. This one not the off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud. My egun don't come. My people make you shout. My egun don't come. Man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego la wa mo do. My ego diary, my ego number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti
Hello there, brethren. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Sunday Sermon with Máyégún live. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember, as you are tuning in, right? Kindly like the broadcast. Yeah, that's your offering in the Temple of Truth, right? Then share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them to join us. That's Máyégún today. Máyégún is live. And don't forget to read the description as well, by the way. And thank you so much once again for joining me. Tonight, I want it to be an open mic as well, even though I kind of have a lot to share with us, right? But it is going to be an open mic, meaning you can phone in. Yeah, you can phone in anytime. And if I see your call, I will definitely pick it, okay? And you can make your own contribution. But usually, people would prefer that we get so into it before they start contributing, okay? So you can possibly be the same, all right? So we are starting with this obsession. As you are moving to 2026, a lot of these politicians, right, are now sending different warning signals in preparation for their 2027 elections. Currently, as it is, I don't know if the opposition are just trying to play their cards to their chest, to keep it to their chest without really showing the people that they are willing or ready to challenge Tinubu in 2027. However, when you check or look at the current political space, it is all looking like Tinubu won't even have a challenger. However, some of them, especially those from the eastern part of Nigeria, continues, especially the governors or the political appointees from that region. I don't know if it is because of the history of the people of eastern Nigeria not wanting to have anything to do with APC from the start, and still APC not being able to win a federal, presidential election in the eastern part of Nigeria, something that is more or less like a challenge. That some of them feels like they are going to end it in this 2027, especially with what happened in 2023. Devil Umahi has been telling everyone, including the Igbos, right? Everyone that cares to listen, that one, the Igbos are no longer interested in Biafra because Tinubu has taken care of them now. He has accommodated them. Is the only president that ever accommodated the Igbos and pay attention to their need. So therefore, there's no need for Biafra anymore. Also, there is no need for any Igbo presidency for now. So Tinubu will do his 8 years, and the power will go back to northern Nigeria. So when the power returns back to the southern Nigeria, and it is the turn of the Igbos, Devil Umahi, will be very much available to represent the Igbos for Igbo presidency. Maybe in year, when would that be? It's going to be like a year 2039. No, 2035 or thereabout. Yeah, 2035. So that will be the time that is likely going, 2031, yeah, 2039. Because that one we also want to do 8 years, Abi. So we are going to start with that. And also, just because we missed the last, 48 hours on the platform, we can still catch up. The last airstrike, ordered by President Donald Trump, continued to generate different reactions and controversies as much as, support as well, right? But we are going to start with that of Devil Umahi, who told the people of Ebonyi State that if they wanted what Tinubu is doing for them, the project, the appointments for the Igbos and all of that to continue, they have no choice but to deliver Ebonyi State to Tinubu in 2027. In his own words, because if they fail to, then that means the Igbos should not blame Tinubu if he failed to do anything for them anymore. Something like that.
Put your votes together. Don't allow any nonentity to jump out. He's in a laboring, party. He's in a, turn umbrella party to deceive you again. Ask all of us, the one again, what have we done for our people? So it's no longer about personal interest. It should be collective interest. When people ask me, do things for me, myself, so I just do things by the grace of God. But somebody is that. Out of here, Your Excellency, I'm here. Only the good ones. We will exclude that community completely. Yes, sir. Then we don't not support to put them in the uniform. Yes, sir. I believe Yes, sir. And his son that I am Piriaka Wofta. No one else would have done it better than him. Is that okay? Yes, sir. If you didn't get, support him so that all of us will. Yes. Not be so? Not so. Then you see the president. Let nobody come to deceive you. When the time people man to be president, are they here? Thank you. When people, our brothers and sisters in Southeast, when they don't regard us, don't be stupid to join them to disregard us. Power and might belongs to God. After all, how many after all, our Savior Jesus Christ came from Nazareth, where they didn't expect. This Ebonyi you are seeing, this very Ebonyi, that you are witnessing, that is the Nazareth of Southeast and Nigeria. Finally, where is the House of Assembly? Do everything to reconcile with you will not fight anybody that God has used to help you. People will be clapping for you. People, don't be your good, don't do me too, but you as a president. Don't so? Not so. So, but I'm telling you in your own interest. I used 2 years with the speaker at that time, who is the governor now, doing everything to reconcile with the nation. Not because I offend them, but because I did.
So he said, no, don't let any non-entity to deceive you. Okay, and he's very much direct. He's referring to Peter Obi. So there is a 2027 project, neutralize Peter Obi. There are those who are somehow convinced that Peter Obi will likely not even run for president again, as many are kind of expecting, right? And others are like, no, is going to be pushed in the last minute and the rest of that. But the plausible one is that he's likely not going to even run. But if you have been following their politics, okay, for some reason, they are more obsessed about this Peter Obi than the person that came second in that 2023 charade. Atiku came second, right? Obi was like third. But when it comes to APC, Egbekegbe, it is like Atiku was never part of that election at all. He is not a threat. It is that person that came third that is the threat. And right now, when you look at from, apart from Abia, right? When you look at the states like Imo, Ebonyi, where the Umahi is also from, and you look at Anambra, Enugu, you will realize that they are all kind of like tilted to Tinubu, obviously, like, you know, Imo State, where you have Oplessus Otigba, right? But when you see the approaches, the utterances of the likes of Soludo, Umahi, and then partly, you know, Uzokalu, you will notice their language. And they usually tell before they do, right, that what you've never seen before in the eastern part of Nigeria, like the kind of like a regional report they're going to bring back, in order to impress Tinubu, what they will do to achieve that, they are beginning to share them, okay? So non-entity, like is running for office, so no, he's a non-entity that is laboring in vain, or, you know, don't listen to him. Meanwhile, others believe that Peter Obi have the eastern part of Nigeria on the lockdown. More reason why these guys are always out for validation, so to say. You know, it's like trying to make an impression so that see how people react, so that they can feel validated that they have it all locked down. Who is Peter Obi? Who is this? And I'm like, why are they obsessed? I don't know. I think some said this because he actually really won the last election. Like, how? You know? So because this obsession is not really right. Atiku was second. Atiku was the person that they should actually be focusing on. Atiku is the one who has all these political friends and whatever, you know, whether friends, like all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, how come somebody with no real structure is more feared? So something else is also cooking, because Wike also returned home, like all of them. Okay, so Wike returned back to Rivers State too yesterday, and it was hosted by his, you know, his foot soldiers, the Martin Emawule's State House of Assembly, where even their wives, the Association of Wives of Lawmakers, Wives of Rivers State Lawmakers Association. No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know, but they are Association of the Wives of Lawmakers. So they pulled resources together and they bought Wike a new car to say thank you for, I believe, for his fatherly help and what have you, right? Then Wike went on to latch back at Fubara. Remember, a few weeks back, Fubara, who became the member of APC, Egbekegbe, said he is now the #1 mobilizer for Tinubu in 2027. So therefore, like, bypassing Wike, you know, who he called, like, indirectly, he called him a ceremonial head, is our leader, but I am the leader of the APC and the mobilizers for Tinubu. And they were singing on your mandate. So Wike actually, like, I think we should go into it. First, the card they gave him. I think I have that one here. Yeah. The wives of lawmakers.
And our brothers and our sisters at home, that you visited your other children that are in the River State House of Assembly quarters, and that as part of the Christmas, as part of the celebration, that we brought a little token to mark this Christmas for the year 2025. So that by 2026 again, Your Excellency, now that you have started it, you will stop, Your Excellency, please. Now that you have come like this, by 2026, we'll be waiting for you. And hopefully, our wives will save more money to buy a better gift. Is that what people I should say? So, Your Excellency, very respectfully, very humbly, on behalf of members, on behalf of our wives, our spouses, on behalf of our children, we present to you keys to a Toyota 2025 Camry car. Thank you, sir. Your Excellency. Your Excellency, you know you have plenty already. Just add this one to the one you already have from your children. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency.
So he got a 2025 Toyota Camry from the wives of the lawmakers, and they hope to save more this time next year to give him something even more sumptuous than the 2025 Camry. You know what they are doing, right? So it was also the time for Wike to show them that he's back, okay? And he's still the Lord of the Manor. No matter what Fubara is playing, you know, he was talking about the 600 billion naira left by the sole administrator for that 6 months of state of emergency, right? It was said that, well, he confirmed it, that indeed over 600 billion naira was left by the sole administrator. And he's been using the money to do some project in the States. And in 6 months' time, they will begin to see the result of what he used the money for. Wike disagreed. Wike believed, or he said, that River State politics is one of the wealthiest politics in Nigeria, or profitable politics in Nigeria, because there's so much money in River State. And now that they've announced that there is a 600 billion naira, no wonder that Fubara has been getting different endorsement from left, right, and center, because he's got so much money to, to flaunt around. He also used the chance to say, meeting with Tinubu will not grant you ticket. That's another kind of a thing now, right? So Wike said politics will start from January. And when that starts, Fubara will know his place. Again, like Devil Umahi, where Wike did not mention his name, but you get to know who he's talking about, right? So maybe where Wike will also join APC. I don't know. Or he will use his self-influence to override Tinubu so that Fubara would not actually be get his second term. I don't know. But let's start with this. With Wike talking about his politics first.
If you experience in Nigerian politics, Nigerian politicians like the last money. I can tell you that. Go and study it. Nigerian politicians like what Rivers money. If you want to make money in Rivers today, I don't know how you made the mistake of announcing that there was 600-something billion naira. That mistake you made by announcing that have blamed some politicians from other states. I know them. They will now tell somebody here, this will get enough. They collect. Don't worry, his own time is finished. They collect. So for you to be able to suck part of that 600-something billion, you must say wicked time is over. That is the way now. If you want to suck from that 600 billion, you went and told the public. You opened the whole thing. So, people were hanging. Now you are the one who opened it up. They have this kind of money. So what do you want them to do? People are waiting for where they will pay. So every day they put in one front page. They have adopted social person they collect. So for the social committee, they collect. Are you not seeing it that the president is happy with you? They collect. It should not be pattern of politics here. If you not, you won't put yourself. When anybody who comes to the university now must say the president is happy with you. They collect it. They don't want to hear with you again. They collect your own. You don't see president again. They collect. So people will also made a mistake of telling the world the amount of money. You want to see a lot of political 419. What's going on? During my time, nobody could do that because I know that I've worked in Abuja separately. You know where you have political 419? There are days in Abuja. If yes.
Very wicked. So is he directly saying that Fubara is buying people who are telling him that they have it covered, they have his back together now? But politically, he is going to shock them because according to Wike, they were those who started the on your mandate for Tinubu when it was not popular. So if Fubara and his camp are now singing on your mandate, they are just deceiving themselves. You know where this is headed, right? I bet you do. Wike.
But we did it. When it was called for people to say, on your mandate will stand. We stood firm. I said, on your mandate will stand. After the glory of God, we stood. And on your mandate will stand today. Is very strong. So you are the ones who made the mandate to be strong. Asari Master is on side. So all these people now you are seeing, and their mandate will start that time, when they were needed most, they couldn't sing that. They couldn't come out to say, first for Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Now that you stood and voted for him, and River State won, I tell you, all your struggle will not go in vain. All your struggle will not go in vain. So we have come to let you know that still be strong. Nigerians know us. When we take a decision, we have taken a decision. We don't take decision based on what people have seen. We take a decision based on we are convinced, we believe that this will happen. You stood firm even when you are not in power. But we did it. When it was called for people to say, on your mandate will stand. We stood firm. I said, on your mandate will stand. After the glory of God, we stood. And on your mandate will stand today. Is very strong. So you are the ones who made the mandate to be strong. Asari Master is on side. So all these people now you are seeing, and their mandate will start that time, when they were needed most, they couldn't sing that.
Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
Tell your money was Jagaban. On your mandate, we shall stop Jagaban. On your mandate, we shall stop Jagaban. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate.
Yes, sir. In the Chief of Staff's office.
We are a poor nation. The bank code will follow. They say firewood not full. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
Oh, we're a bomber, you know. So yeah, he sang on your mandate when they were needed the most, right? They were nowhere to be found, whatever that even mean. Okay. So Wike didn't stop there. He's been touring, by the way, like he's been going from one local government to the other, and he's been making speeches all over the place. And I can bet it. This is him kind of like rejigging his base, getting them ready. So at one of those gatherings, right, he said directly, that you have met with the president won't actually guarantee any ticket for you. In his own words, right, with a Wike.
So the issue is not whether you are supporting Tinubu. That one we have taken top long. Yes, sir. So Tinubu's issue is not an issue. Do you understand me? Tinubu's issue is that nobody should be coming there to tell me we are for Tinubu. I am mandated. Who is for Tinubu University? That cannot give you any ticket to. Everybody, Melembe. Supposed to will catch a monkey. Do you understand me? Supposed to will catch what? Monkey. So, anybody thinking that the assembly have done their work? Yes. They were the first in Nigeria to say we will support Tinubu. Yes. And they have ended the time. Not so. Yes. The same people now who came to declare, took them to court. But they should declare their city vacant. Yes. Who is the character? So assembly saw far ahead of them. And they are now coming. Every project I handed over, take. I'm one. I was one. Yes, sir. I said agreement with Jerusalem. I commissioned the first phase. Yes, sir. It is difficult to come out from their mouth to say, look, government is a continuum. This is the man who made me.
So the bottom line is this, right? There is still not a done deal when it comes to their political permutation in River State. How that goes, we don't know yet. But yeah, some of us believe that Fubara might have overtaken with a Wike, fear enough to go under the protection of Tinubu. So the point now is going to be, is he actually getting Tinubu's protection, or Fubara's sort of like a second term is going to become the coalition cause between Wike and Tinubu, which obviously will never happen. It's just, everybody will probably end up filing behind whatever Tinubu says. Is that how it's going to be? No, we don't know. But there is something for those of you who witnessed the 2023 charade in Rivers State, and you could probably recollect how the whole thing played out when Wike kidnapped INEC, NYSC, sort of, adjunct staff to INEC, beat some of them bloody, and even killed one of them. Until this time, that's the Wike there. Politically stronger, you will say, and getting ready for another election. So the template is already it's going to be replicated in so many places. To them, with what happened in 2023, the political landscape of Nigeria has shifted. Northern Nigeria will not be the only one to decide. In fact, Northern Nigeria will not decide who will become the president in Nigeria anymore. That 2023 decided that. So in that pattern, right? I mean, so in that sense, right? They are already replicating or planning to replicate the same violence pattern, especially in the southern Nigeria, where the campaign is going to be the North are now against the South from doing their own 2 terms. Yeah, so like 2023, but this time more brutal, more violent, and they are gearing up. Yeah, they are. Maybe you say, well, is that not what they do all the time? Well, maybe not this time. Do you get me now? There is so much boiling in that northern political space too, but we'll get to that one. So when Donald Trump said he ordered the airstrike that went to evaporate the ISIS terrorist ISWAP in Sokoto, northwest part of Nigeria, it triggered, of course, reactions for those who felt like, how did Nigeria get to the stage where the terrorists who are not Nigerians, in some cases, because when I finally found out the story of the Lakurawa, it might shock you, or maybe not, right? So how did Nigeria get to the stage where they are so quick, very fast, in deploying fighter jets to Benin Republic to stop a coup? But yet, these terrorists have become so established in Nigeria that American surveillance and the rest of that is believed to have carried out these airstrikes. So Nigeria jumping in to say, no, we gave them the intelligence, even made the whole thing more ridiculous. Because the questions was like, if you had all this intelligence, according to you, how come you didn't use them? How come you didn't use the intelligence to probably go after the terrorists? Anyway, there are those who said, oh, don't mind them. They only bombed some empty land, empty fields, and there is no terrorist killed, blah, blah, blah. One of them is Asari Dokubo. You see, when in October, when Donald Trump said, if the Nigerian government failed to act to stop the killings of Christians in Nigeria, he would act, and he would come and, gun a-blazing after this terrorist. One of those reactors was, Asari. And Asari said if a single US soldier is by any chance found in Nigeria, they will not go back alive. You know that talk then, right? So when this airstrike happened, again, Asari turned on the camera as well as, what do you call that in floodlight, like me, to react. Sorry, this might actually be a little bit retarded, but it's Asari.
This is almost 12 a.m. I've been very busy throughout the day We are having a 5-day Islamic gathering at Ipokuma, at the unknown mosques at Ipokuma, for Muslims of South, East, and South-South. Muslims from South-East and South-South. We have some visitors and observers, but it's mostly a Muslim program for South-East and South-South. But that's not what I'm going to talk about now. A lot of people have been sending questions to me, inboxing me, on what I said about the origin of urban people. I am here. I am in my house. And I don't think that no man what? I don't think that this, where are they? Don't be fooled. Have you seen the disgraced? It's so shameful. So people have been inboxing me and that I said something about the urban people, the Oafia people, the Abriba people, the Tem people. And I said these people are originally Ijaw people. They are originally Ijaw people. And a lot of people, in fact, a lot of urban people had come to inquire and ask me questions. First, I want to say that I headed an urban man's walk-in house in Kalaware land before I ascended on the stool of my forefathers to become Dabayamakri the first, a minor of the source, Elen Kalaware Tosramakri. The house I headed, Ediabali, was an urban man who came to this thing. It was, I'm inside my house. I've always been in my house. I'm not a coward. The job people are not cowards like you. Nobody can chase me from my house. I'm inside my house. And it's so shameful and laughable. Did you see, I saw the news on Arise. Innocent people's villages, they created craters, small leveling place, no life lost, nothing happened. There was nobody was harmed. There was no bandits in the vicinity where this bomb landed. Innocent civilians. It's so disgraceful and so shameful. So disgraceful and shameful. And what's happening in Lagos? Whether some of the drones, they said it comatose missile, which is a lie. What went to Sokoto, which the ordinary people in Sokoto had come to say openly were drones. And they did not harm any bandit. They were thrown in open fields where innocent people are. Open field endangering the life of innocent people. So I will not dwell on that because that is not what I came for, but I think it's shameful and we believe these lies by these people. We believe these lies by these people. I'm a Muslim. I'll continue to be a Muslim and I'll continue to talk about Islam. I'm proud to be a Muslim. But what I'm talking about is about my people now. If you have any other proof of where the bomb landed and killed one bandit, one terrorist, just one terrorist, come here, I challenge you. Come here and show us the proof that one terrorist or one bandit was killed by a so-called bomb from United States of America. So I'm not going to waste my time with you because of your so-called precision strike. You want me to show you the precision strike you are talking about on an ordinary field? No. See your precision strike.
Glory be to God, there was no loss of life, no loss of property.
Your precision strike.
There is no any loss of life.
Your precision strike on an ordinary field. Look at it. Precision strike.
So you can see there is no any loss of life. It will just fire. Look.
Precision strike. Oh, Preci. Look at your precision strike. Oh, you can see your precision strike.
There is no any loss of life, no any loss of property. You can see by your naked eyes, so you can see there is no any loss of life.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You gotta trust man, Adam. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
So, Asari wants you to give him the proof of any terrorist killed. And to him, right, it is a shameful, it is this, it is that, pretty much like how Nigerians have taken it more or less like on the side of the Americans' airstrikes, okay? But it's not just Nigerians, just saying, right? Right, there is another clown before I even show you the other video, okay? Is Sheikh something Jingiri. Remember him? Yeah, the APC Jibwis Sheikh, all right? In his own way, he's got tens of thousands of followers. I mean, physical followers, people who actually listen to him. And politicians, especially the APC, they have, weaponized that few times. Possibly still doing. When Tinubu removed the subsidy, Jingiri told the people that it was because some people were stealing the money and the money was not helping the poor. Tinubu removed it to save the poor. A year after that, Jingiri turned around and said, Tinubu was not the one that removed the subsidy. It was some Igbo traders that removed it. That Tinubu is only trying to save Nigeria. All these videos are online. Oh. They are not like made up videos. They are ridiculous. So similarly, Tinubu that failed, or should I say Tinubu's commander-in-chief that failed to use the power to protect Nigerians from this murderous terrorist, is now saying that his government gave the authorization for the airstrikes that the American African group actually carried out inside Nigeria with all the effects. Now, Jingiri this Friday told his own followers in his mosque that those who are telling you that the Tinubu will authorize the airstrike that took place in Sokoto, that they were only trying to tarnish his image. Tinubu knew nothing about it. I didn't say it. Maybe you should listen.
Jama'a, ƙarya masu cewa Amurka ta jeho bom ya tsallake ƙasashe wajen 10 ya fada a ƙauyen Tambuwal. A iya fahimta ta ƙarya suke yi. Ban ga jami'in gwamnati da ya zo wajen bayani akan wannan ba. Sai bayanin cewa wai kada da me ake cewa da Hausa to kaji sai ana ce wai gwamnatin kasar Najeriya wata ce ita ma ta san za a zo. Suna son su hada mu rigima ne da shugabanninmu to albarka. Wala mun yarda da shugabanninmu na muslim mun yarda da majalisar dattijan Najeriya, mun yarda da majalisar dokokin Najeriya, mun yarda da majalisar jihohin Najeriya akan gaskiya. Dai waɗannan ka haɗa ƙarshen magana akan gaskiya, akan adalci. To idan ku akan gaskiya ne da adalci, ya ƴan uwana talakawa, akwai ran da majalisar dattijai ta Najeriya ta ce mana ta rattaba hannu da Amurka akan Amurka za ta zo ta taya ta yaƙi da insas. Ni ban ji ba, kuma ba ku ji ba. Muna da haƙin majalisa ta gaya mana ko ba mu da shi. Akwai ranar da majalisar dokokin Najeriya ta sanar da mu cewa ya talakawan mu, gwamnatin Najeriya ta rattaba hannu da Amerika, ita karfinta ya kare a kawo mata hari, ai mata yaƙi da insas. To ni a gani na wannan magana sukan gwamnati ne. To in za su yi suka, to ni dai ba zan yi magana da bakin kowa ba, ni kan na yarda da wannan gwamnati. Kuna jin za su yaudare mu? Ai wannan abin a rattaba hannun ba su gaya mana ba, kuna jin za su yi? Da aka a guri na wannan maganar ƙarya ce ta 'yan yanar gizo. Kun ji biyu? Bayan haka, wannan cewa an jeho da suke so wai su rikita mutane su ji tsoro. Kun gani nan daga babban birnin jihar Filato, Jos, Najeriya nake. Kun sani an taɓa kewaye ni da makamai daga ƙasashen Turai da
Inside that mosque, you will see educated people there too. And they are listening to that stark illiterate. But he's a sheikh. That was him telling them that America was trying to remove the Muslim government in Nigeria. All right? That is why all these things are happening. It all started from the NSAS and to what you have now. So don't listen to them. The Tinubu did not authorize any of the bomb and all of that. Those who wanted to make the government look bad, they are the ones who are saying, here you get. But guess what? That same day, by the way, they supposed the Minister of Misinformation in Nigeria had this as his own press release, so to say, statement from government on the same matter.
Good evening, gentlemen of the press. The federal government of Nigeria, in close coordination with the government of the United States of America, has successfully conducted precision strike operations against two major Islamic State ISIS terrorist enclaves located within the Ebonyi axis of Tangaza local government area of Sokoto State. Intelligence confirmed that these locations were being used as assembly and staging grounds by foreign ISIS elements infiltrating Nigeria from the Sahel region in collaboration with local affiliates to plan and execute large-scale terrorist attacks within Nigerian territory. The precision strike operations were executed between 12 midnight and 1:30 a.m. on Friday, December 26, 2025, following explicit approval by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The operation was carried out under established command and control structures with the full involvement of the armed forces of Nigeria under the supervision of the Honorable Ministers of Defense and Foreign Affairs, as well as the Chief of Defense Staff. The strikes were launched from maritime platforms domiciled in the Gulf of Guinea after extensive intelligence gathering, operational planning, and reconnaissance. A total of 16 GPS-guided precision munitions were deployed using MQ-9 Reaper unmanned aerial platforms, successfully neutralizing the targeted ISIS elements attempting to penetrate Nigeria from the Sahel corridor. During the course of the operation, debris from expended munitions fell in Jabo, Tambuwal local government area of Sokoto State, and in Ofa, Kwara State, near the premises of a hotel. No civilian casualties were recorded in either location, and relevant authorities promptly secured the affected areas. The federal government of Nigeria reiterates its unwavering resolve to confront, degrade, and eliminate terrorist threats, particularly those posed by transnational extremist networks seeking to undermine Nigeria's sovereignty and security. Nigeria remains fully aligned with its strategic partners and friends of Nigeria in executing coordinated actions aimed at ensuring lasting peace, border security, and regional stability. The federal government of Nigeria assures all Nigerians that it remains firmly in control of the national security architecture and is fully committed to the protection of lives and property. Citizens are urged to remain calm and vigilant as decisive actions continue against all terrorist groups threatening the nation. Good evening, gentlemen of the...
So the confirmed report, which I have also kind of seen, indeed, all these debris, all these ones that we thought were bombs, the one that went through or dropped through the buildings in Offa, yeah, as well as the ones that dropped just thereabouts somewhere in Jabo, in Sokoto. You see the area they targeted from the map, right? Tangaza local government area, as well as a Tambuwa local government area. I don't know if they are so connected or so next to themselves or so big enough that they said there is a route that actually links straight into the Niger Republic, like the Sahel, the Niger Republic part, 10 years ago. Just like around the time that APC, Ebekebe, made that evil deal with the Fulani terrorists that they brought to the border of Nigeria, or brought into Nigeria, hoping that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was going to probably, cling to power, and then they would have unleashed hell on Nigeria. Not my words. Among the terrorists who have appeared with the government officials in their official peace deals, have made these confessions publicly. They said APC, Ebekebe, brought them in, promised them, like used them, then abandoned them. We've had other politicians who have publicly said same. Baraje, Kawu Baraje, right, is one of them. Kind of like one of the stakeholders of their APC at the early stage at the time. So these are not just made up stories, okay? So bringing them in, using them and abandoning them is the similar thing that happened in Sokoto. It was around the same time. According to them, they were having the influx of some Boko Haram ISWAP into Sokoto. So the Sokoto leaders, they went into the Sahel. This is ridiculous, and it is true. They went into the Sahel and recruited the Lakurawa terrorists to come and protect them from ISWAP. And that was how Lakurawa became more like homegrown in Sokoto. These are not Nigerians, though. But guess what? Sokoto State is more or less like a huge breeding ground, meeting ground, and what have you. And it was said from all of this, their reconnaissance or so, surveillance, they intended to take that place out. That's exactly what they did. Now, you or me have no declassified information of who and who they took out. But whatever is going on, some said the whole bombing still continues. Maybe not as pronounced as before. But you see the areas where we thought what really hit them were those unexploded bombs and all that. They said they were debris. They are part of the missiles that powers it, right? So it will get to a stage, it could drop off while the missile continues mission, so to say. Google it. So from Offa, aftermath of that airstrikes, 16 of those shot against the terrorists, believed to have taken out a lot of them and their cells. And also, even though we don't have the visual evidence right now, I believe we are still going to have it eventually, right? So it was reported that indeed, right, there were actual Nigerian soldiers who, after that strikes, right, they started mopping the ground, that they actually saw some of the surviving terrorists running straight to the border. I don't have evidence of all of this, all right? But yeah, it's part of what is out there right now, okay? However, from afar, the aftermath, which is not the bomb itself, was this.
Hello. So, Gbogbole Palo Lodo Razak ni mo wà yìí. So there is a missile drum to ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ọ̀fà. So quite unfortunately, about 3 houses síwájú ní kìnìún yẹn ti drop. So ó dẹ̀ bomb gbogbo àdúgbò, but ó affect Palo Lodo Razak níbí báyìí. Láìláìlọ́lá àwọn tá ń gbélé ní, so ó affect Palo Lodo Razak, and then the room ọ̀dọ̀ wọn náà kìíní yẹn ṣe ń ràn up to this hour tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. So ó ti construct, ó ti bà rúùmù yìí jẹ́. Rúùmù yẹn àti Palo Lodo Razak ló affect lọ́dọ̀ wa, but ó tún wá affect about 3 houses sí wa. 3 houses sí wa. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn náà, mo ní kí n jẹ́ kí gbogbo ilé ó gbọ́ yìí tá a rí lọ́fà láàárọ̀ yìí nìyẹn. So àwọn other agencies, àwọn army, navy and police, gbogbo wọn náà wà ń bẹ báyìí. So kọ́lọ̀ kó ṣàánú.
Eri bá ibi tí bọ́lọ̀ wà ní èmi ti á fún mo sì yá wá jí mi pé kí n mọ̀ bá bọ́lọ̀.
Àwọn agencies tí wọ́n wà nínú wọn ní. So bó ṣe affect ẹ̀ látẹ̀yìn wá ní. Any can explode ní, but immediately tó land níbí báyìí tán, wọ́n ló tún lọ sí Solid World Hotel láti lọ affect. So ó condemn gbogbo léyìí completely délẹ̀. So àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ gan wọ́n wà hospitalized. So ilé yìí wà kọ́ affected completely. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá lọ sí Solid World Hotel yẹn, but investigation ṣì ń lọ lórí ẹ̀. We don't know precisely ibi tí wọ́n send ẹ̀ sí and ohun tí wọ́n fẹ́ kó ṣe gan tó fi dé pààyàn sáàrin ìgboro báyẹn àìtí mọ̀. So very soon a máa expect kíní yẹn ṣe ń rùn gbogbo bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gan. So ilé tó destroy yẹn ó ní ó destroy ilé yìí completely ni, completely ó destroy rẹ̀ lọ báyẹn lọ sọ́dọ̀ wa báyẹn, but ibi tó kan lẹ̀ land sí ni inú premises yìí ló land sí. So wọ́n ṣàṣe rí nìyẹn ṣá náà, mo kàn ní kí n update yín ó dá o.
That was offer. And that is just the debris from the missiles. Because from what we heard, if 1 or 2 actually landed in that place, it's not, I mean, like, it's not the same thing we are saying right now that we'll be saying, so to say. And I hope the government of Nigeria that said that this is not illegal airstrike, they authorized it and all of that, would then go to the aid of the Nigerians whose properties are destroyed and those who needed health care, as it should be, I think. It's just that that's not what it's going to be like, Nigeria, man. Damn. So Gumi, therefore, is saying that his reason for calling on the Nigerian government to cut off all diplomatic relationship, arms deals, whatever relationship with the United States of America, is because a lot of countries have done the same. America is not coming to help, the blah, And the fact that they are saying they want to come and take out the terrorists, they cannot be trusted and all that. So Nigeria should call the supposed ambassador, American ambassador to Nigeria, and tell them to pack and leave. But I don't think anybody is listening to him though.
Hukuma ce tun lokacin za ta kira ambassador ta ce a janye wannan tsoratarwar, a kore shi, a yanke hulɗan jekadanci. Domin wannan cin zarafin ‘yancinmu ne. Wani can zai ce, a'a, in wayannan ‘yan ta'addan ba mu iya maganinsu, to meye laifin an samu wani mai ƙarfi wanda zai maganinsu? Wani zai iya faɗan haka. Allah ya gaya muna cikin Qur'ani sai ya qulu sufaha'u minan nasi ma wallahu ma qiblatuhum allati kanu alaiha. Akwai wawayen mutane wanda tunaninsu ɗan ƙarami ne, gajeren tunani gare su. Wanda ta fi ɓarnar da 'yan ta'addan gasken suke yi. Wannan mutumin nan ba ƙasar da ya shiga ba a kore shi ba, sai an kore shi. Wannan mutumin hannun shi dumu-dumu da jinin mutane, ƙananan yara, mata. Har in kana neman taimakon Allah da mujrimi za ka nemi taimakon Allah? Barawo ya shigo maka gidanka sai ka je ka ɗauko sarkin barayi, wai shi zai zo ya kore maka barawo? Alhali a duniya akwai zaɓi. Wa man yuhajir fi sabilillahi yajid fil ardi muragaman kathiran wa sa'a. Akwai zaɓi mai yawa. Muna da mutane kwanan nan kuka ga Kano suka hori 'yan sandan ciki ko? Ba ku ga mazaje ba da mata? Me suke bukata? Makami kawai. Makamin nan za mu samu shi ta hanyoyi da yawa.
Àbọ̀lọ̀fẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ níbo ló ti mọ̀ mí bó lè ti mi àti ẹ ti dàpọ̀, kí ló dé mi àti ẹ pọ̀. Àbọ̀lọ̀fẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ níbo ló ti mọ̀ mí bó lè ti mi àti ẹ ti dàpọ̀, kí ló dé mi àti ẹ pọ̀. Àbọ̀lọ̀fẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ níbo ló ti mọ̀ mí bó lè ti mi àti ẹ ti dàpọ̀, kí ló dé mi àti ẹ pọ̀. Àbọ̀lọ̀fẹ́.
I mean, that's how some of us should ordinarily feel. Like, number one, you probably didn't even understand Jack from all he said, Abi. Normally, if not because say they matched us together, matched us together as one country, somebody like that, the same way some of you only hear about Niger Republic, and you don't actually really give a hoot about what happened in Niger Republic. These people would have been part of Chad, Niger, or even Burkina Faso. So you, that is not part of Nigeria, will be reading the news. If you stumble on it, I say, what's he saying? And then you hear that he's speaking on behalf of the terrorists in the Sahel, asking their government to, to sever ties with America when it comes to so and so. I say, is he mad? But it feels different when this is Nigeria and he's actually talking about your country. It's kind of like different. You just be like, man, why did God bring me together with this kind of people, with this kind of mindset, for goodness sake, right? But he's not alone. And that is why he's got a voice. There are millions who thinks like him, who feels like him. And somehow you may probably realize that their own picture of Nigeria is different from your own picture of Nigeria. So contrary pictures of a country in this Nigeria context is enough to give you, to give you all you need to know why this Nigeria is what it is. Why is it like this? Why is it not working? We have different pictures of that Nigeria. Some of you from southern part of Nigeria, you just want to probably just go to school, get a job, or start a business, start a family, you know, and do your owambe, your faji, your this and that, and then die. And I believe that that is primarily should be the primary, probably, you know, everyone's desire to kind of find your own happiness in a system that works for everyone. But you realize that in that same system, there are people who have made it their own life goal to raise people of different perspective, of different kind of like Nigeria. And they are ready to die for that Nigeria that they think you should have. You see that contradictory view, right? Is what Nigeria is. So Gumi, you will look at him and say, why is Gumi not arrested? Eh? Why have they not arrested this man? Why are they not questioning him? And then you realize that you are speaking from the lens of your own Nigeria. Because to you, this is like ridiculous. This is ludicrous. That's another word for it. Ludicrous. Ludicrous. Even the way the words sound, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like unbelievable. Then you are wondering, why is the government not doing something? Then you see other people who are like, no, he's saying the truth. You need to see it from his own side. It's coming from a region where there is millions of out-of-school children, and these children are called al-majuri, and there are people who are taking advantage of them, radicalizing them. And so you can't, you know, and you'll be like, okay, like, I don't understand. Is the government not practicing what is called the Operation Safe Corridor, which gives any repentant, violent person or group, terrorists to be precise, right, that decided to leave violence and to pursue peace, like, so they can they won't even face any form of, you know, judicial kind of prosecution or anything. They are forgiven. Isn't that the window for those people you are referring to? And the ones who have chosen not to pursue that route of peace, why are you talking for them? Why are you speaking up for them? You know? And that gives you like, it makes your mind so troubled. Because to some of you, it's going to be like, if they have arrested this Gumi, maybe there will be no more. No, there are thousands of Gumi. Gumi is just prominent. There are thousands of them with the same mindset, some of them so skilled than that of Gumi. And they are all existing from a place, a system that has been sustained for decades, tolerated for decades. This region where decisions, when it comes to policy formulation, law making, and what have you, even law implementation, right? They have to consider them first in this union. So people who come from that background, and you that comes from the probity background, the background that you have to actually be up to standard, you have to meet some certain stuff, you have to compete, you know, all that stuff. It's a different world. I know Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, 10 years ago, right? Before he became the butcher of Kaduna, remember him? He once said something about federation. If Nigeria only practices true federalism alone, and you know something about a true federalism, it is that every federating unit that exists will be according to the wish of the people. For instance, your current estate creation, just like the way Africa was partitioned by the colonizers, the Fulanis and their friends, the internal and external friends. They were able to put a system after the Civil War, to put a system that decided to divide Nigeria simply by just, what do you call it? By just calling the meeting of a few people who then decided how the map should go. What should we call this place? We'll call it Edo. What about this one here? Keep going. We'll call it Delta. Okay, what about this one next to it? Okay, you know what? Keep going, keep going. They didn't care if the line they are drawing have people, right, divided because of this their state creation. Then you get to see some people who become minority here, all on purpose. No referendum. People were never asked, what would you like your state to be called? Would you like to merge with this, and that? None of that happened. They were mere, including the constitution of the country, written by selected people, and then foisted on the country. And just like that, everybody just went like, okay, yeah, we could probably maneuver, yeah. But 10 years ago, El Rufaya, maybe using Takia, was talking about true federalism. He was there for 8 years as governor, and his political party actually was still very much in power, by the way. But this was like 10, 11 years ago.
A federation that has no federalism. Okay? When you have a country like Nigeria with over 500 different ethnic groups, the only system of government that can work is a federation that allows each community or each grouping to develop at its own pace and to design a system of administration that is unique to that community. One size fits all does not work in a country like Nigeria that is so diverse. We were a federation until the military coup of 1966. Since then, we have tended towards centralization. And that has still not left us. Okay? The federal government is too powerful. The states are too weak. And the local governments are almost non-existent because they have been destroyed by the state governments. Now, for us to try to get back on track, we have to try to be a true federation. And that has some serious implications on the entitlement culture, on the way we do things, and on our politics. Now, I have told you the problems. I will now quickly try to propose some solutions, which is what I think is a medium-term roadmap for realizing the Nigeria of our dreams. And I hope that will happen in my lifetime. That means in the next 20 years, because we don't live long in my family. Now, how are nations built? Let me, as we celebrate Nigeria's 100 years, remind you of 3 realities about nation building. The first, that most nations are artificial. Okay, so those that are saying that the amalgamation of Nigeria was some white people did it, were not, are talking crap. Most countries were artificially created. There are very few countries. Even United Kingdom is an artificial creation. Scotland, Wales, England, they have histories of killing and fighting each other. Okay? So our amalgamation by whoever, by whatever, in my view, in my opinion, is an act of God. God meant us to be together. If you look at the population density of the African continent, you will know that Nigeria is God's creation. It was not Lugat's creation. In one little corner of Africa, God decided to put all these energetic people and put so much of the continent's resources. Nigeria has every mineral. Obi will tell you, she was mining minister. A federation.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Man, they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. I am mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise?
Yeah. He later became governor and also defended the fakest of the fakest regime of Bokwari while they pillaged Nigeria. And now they have a Milokon, Tinubu in charge. He's been fenced. He is now in the opposition. But he's not wrong, right? So no, it's not completely wrong. Not like it's not wrong, okay? Completely wrong. No, it's not. Where he is very much right is that, one, yeah, no country, you know, maybe few countries were like intentionally created. You get what I mean? History have that, you know, like countries are mostly artificially created until they become whatever they have become. Like, that's partially true. But in the case of Nigeria, where he is also right, is that if there was a true federalism, okay, and true federalism means people want it. People want to be part of this arrangement. And there are so many things to consider. If Nigeria is practicing true federalism, there will be nowhere in this world that any central government would dare stay behind murderous Fulani terrorists by trying to enact laws that will steal people's lands and give it to these supposed non-Nigerians and protect them. There's no federal government that would dare do that. It's not possible. Do you get what I mean? There is nowhere that any Fulani armed terrorist will be seen beyond the border of wherever is their own region in Nigeria. Trespassing means you are now venturing into the territory that is completely different from yours, and you are not protected if you bring in violence. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, true federalism could guarantee that. Or saying that, you know, the amalgamation and whatever this that is put together and the rest of that is an act of God. No, it is not. Take God out of it, please. He is right. Where he also said, you see, if Nigeria is to work, that means we have to remove the entitlement mentality. What is that entitlement of Nigeria? In Nigeria, this is not even like entitlement that is meant for everyone. No. The entitlement mentality is the fact that 80 to 90% of the owners of the supposed oil blocks in Nigeria, those who have the highest stake there, they are from northern part of Nigeria. While those who are actually the owners of the crude oil that Nigeria depends on so much for decades, right, have no real stake there. Or probably patry kind of like a stake. That is the entitlement. An entitlement that has made so many of, especially northern Nigeria, to become poorer, despite the fact that, you know, they have benefited so immensely from Nigeria's benevolence or Nigeria's generosity when it comes to beneficiaries from every region of that country. Yeah, talking about those who privatize Nigeria's resources. They have. And yet, they can't let Nigeria go. If you bring any idea that says everybody should handle their own affairs, develop at their own pace, establish their own laws, guidelines, or kind of like a government they want, in that order, sure you get, they will say, oh, it's going to affect the entitlements of some people. And then they will fight it. So that's why we are where we are right now. That is why you and I have to be worried about the strength of this terrorist having field day in Nigeria, and the Nigerian government looking so helpless, and you and I remain vulnerable, like living for the day, you know, being careful, avoiding the roads. You know what I mean? Being so limited in fear because of fear, because the government have become so overwhelmed. One Nigeria. But where everybody is allowed to arrange and probably like govern themselves in the real true sense of it, and remove this your one Nigeria constitution that makes one man so powerful, and then make the other federating units subordinate. That's why you have governors today who are ready to kiss the ring, bend the knees, you know, to the president, because he is the only one who can do and undo That is because of the fake constitution. It doesn't matter who is there. Anyone, you know, could wield that power is there. There's no country that moves forward in that sense, right? But El Rufai is probably not a very good kind of like a role model to give that message. He is an hypocrite. Okay. So over the weekend, right? They have the 150th, maybe so close to it because I'm calculating the first Eyo festival that happened in Lagos. You know, the record or history said this was 1954 when the Eleku of that era died during his burial. That was the first time they had Eyo. But this weekend, they had like another one, like it's become an annual stuff, right? So in case if you miss any of that, I know some of you won't really miss it. If you have not seen a lot on TikTok, you probably have seen on Facebook, Twitter, even YouTube and all that, right? And if you have missed any or you would like a collection, I have collection in case if you miss something. So I have the collection of all that happened in this past Eyo festival in Lagos. I just want to add it to the diary. Enjoy, right?
I don't do it.
So I bet that should make your night. In case if you miss not being there, you see the beauty, you've seen the whole partying and then few skirmishes, including that last guy. He had a gun. Yeah, he had a gun, and it was like that. And people with no guns, they ran after him and they collected the gun. The energy. Should you understand? Like, if you know the number of able-bodied youth that could be put to real productive use if these criminal politicians actually have real plans, Nigeria would probably like be one of the richest countries because it's got this able-bodied, young population that if you have their energy channeled and they are rewarded accordingly, or more, Nigeria could be like, and that is why any small thing they have with this energy for fight. Wait till they call it testosterone, wait till they call it that thing that is inside us as men there's always kind of like, maybe not always, once in a while, you just get this energy that you've never actually felt before. The buzz that makes you want to like maybe fight. I don't know, like, because what else could be probably responsible for all of that? Alcohol and all that, right? Maybe. So after all of that, the successful 2025 Eyo Festival, Kolu left Nigeria on his way to Europe. They didn't tell us where, but of course it's going to be France. And then it's going to end in Abu Dhabi. Where is that? UAE, Abi? They are also the guys that will welcome him when he gets to France. Go and see the picture and the video, right? So they are going to welcome him when he gets there. And they're also probably going to travel with him to UAE, Abu Dhabi, and then back to Nigeria. Man, remember that Tinubu wanted to go abroad when Donald Trump tweeted that, gun blazing, coming with gun blazing, swift and sweet. Remember? And then suddenly Kolu had to send Shitty Man to go to those is supposed engagement. And he's not left Nigeria since September or where? The last time Tinubu left Nigeria was like in September or August or something. He's been in Nigeria all this while. So that is him going away, right? For a week or two. Kolu. I will not tell you my...
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
Kolu. Anyway, I hope part of his strategy, maybe this issue of a tax or taxes, new taxes in January, is a well-planned strategy because wahala looms. That's how I'm going to put it. There is trouble. Yesterday, the Rattel gang of a VDM, very dark man, they had their get-together end of the year party kind of in Abuja yesterday. Among all other things said there, one thing kind of like a stands out, and that is his statement on this new tax. To him, tax is good, but if you have to tax us, then you must give us security. Well, that made it to the social media, of course.
We are talking about tax. The tax is good, it's not a bad idea. But before the tax, what have you been doing to make the country great? Ask them! What have you been doing? I'm not trying to be political right now, but the government should consider the people. If you want tax, give us security. At least just give us security. We'll be okay. You can take the tax, but make sure our women in the bushes are not killed, our farmers are not killed, our sisters in the bushes are not killed, our brothers are not kidnapped along Kogi Road or Edo State Road. Please just make sure everybody is safe. That's all. You can take the tax, nobody cares, but give us security. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, take your tax, but make sure people don't die. Because when I like it or not, we'll take the tax. Anyways, we can now enjoy the party. Let's go and eat the meat. Thank you very much.
but this is the number. It's got the reach, it's got the spread. And I think that's how they kind of like held the same in some other major cities in Nigeria yesterday. So 2026 is almost, is upon us. And hopefully when they take your taxes this time, because they're also going to tax me too. So when they take my money, they won't be investing them on these convoys for politicians that they always do every year, like using them to buy new cars, go abroad. Yeah. I don't think that's going to change, right? This was the chief of army staff spotted somewhere yesterday. Just see the quality of the cars in this convoy for a country that is the poverty capital of the world. I don't think you feel more comfortable again from next year if your money would have to go into all of this. Chief of army staff. Some will tell you, but that's not much. That's not much. Like, then you see a governor, or you see a commissioner, you see a minister. Have you seen with the weakest convoy before? I'll leave it at that. Let's go to bed. Thank you very much for joining me again this evening. For those of you who have, despite your busy holiday and all of that, my lady Liz Dada and others watching, Lady Flora. All right, thank you so much for your time. So please don't forget, like the broadcast, share it if you haven't already. All right, now we'll see you another time. Odaro, good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Máyégún làwọn mọ̀ ọ́ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí Máyégún nọ́mbà wá.
Máyégún làwọn mọ̀ ọ́ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí Máyégún nọ́mbà wá.
Máyégún ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún dáyàrí Máyégún nọ́mbà wá.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. ni máyégún já wa sí.